y'all, this is Leah. Now on today's Lifestyle with Leah, we are going to be making these adorable little plates with nothing but a glass plate, fabric, and some Mod Podge. Please stick around and check it out. Okay, so I went ahead and I got out all the products, the ones that you definitely need to create this project. These cute little cookie plates. So I went ahead and I put together the products that you have to have, and then the ones that I just found are easiest for me. They just kind of come in handy for different reasons, and I'll go over that for you. So what you need to get is just a plain old sheet of newspaper. Any old page, doesn't matter. It's just something to cover up your workstation, so that way you don't get it nasty and it's one less thing you have to clean, right? Okay. Another thing is a clear plate. It's just your standard clear plate. I actually picked this up from the Dollar Tree for $1. Love the Dollar Tree. You can find so many awesome things in there. Just go ahead and pick you up a $1 plate. Might as well pick up 2 or 3 because you will fall in love with this, trust me. So you're gonna need some newspaper, a plate, some rubbing alcohol, any kind is fine, and then just a cotton swab. You can use cotton balls, cotton swab. This is just kind of what I had. This is what you're actually going to do is you're going to rub the back of this with the cotton swab with the alcohol on it, and it removes any kind of dirt, grime, grease, lotion, anything of that sort, so that way the glue can actually adhere better. You will also need fabric. Yes, fabric. So I have a couple different kinds here. This is the one that I'm actually going to make today, just because Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and I just found it adorable. It did come rolled up like this, in this packaging. And what it is I found this at Walmart. Literally $1.97. So I grabbed a Christmas one, and then a Thanksgiving one. I found this. It's just a plain white fabric, as you can see. I found this at the Dollar Tree also. They didn't have as many varieties of fabric. Mainly it was just black and white. But check your local Dollar Tree because you may be able to find some actually festive fabrics. And not only that, if you just get a plain one, if you have a cricket or a silhouette or anything along those lines, you can always customize it. Do a monogram, do a cute little bunny for Easter, some Christmas trees, anything like that. Also, Walmart has these little squares that are already pre-cut. This one was on clearance for 50 cents, and that color is just beautiful. So I went ahead and picked up this for a future project. Also, what you will need is scissors. I recommend doing 2 sets of scissors. A big set just so that way when you're cutting off the excess, it's just easier to navigate with a big pair of scissors. Also, if you have a pair of sharp, super sharp, like sewing scissors, that would be the best. And this is going to go ahead, and what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and trim around. Once you trim off the bulk of the excess off, go ahead and use the little sewing scissors so that way you can trim off the little tiny edges and you can get the line more crisp. Also, what you will need is glue. Now, there's multiple kinds of Mod Podge. So on this one right here, my Thanksgiving one that I've already made, this one is not dishwasher safe. Is not dishwasher safe. I used this Mod Podge, just your basic standard Mod Podge that I got from the Dollar Tree, actually, and it's fabulous. It works just as well. So if you're just trying this out and you're just wanting to do like some cute little decorative things, or maybe give one to your neighbor or something along those lines, just make sure that you tell them that it's not dishwasher safe. What they can do is just kind of wipe it off with a damp cloth, or just lightly, to kind of be careful, you know, cleaning it off, but putting cookies or something like that on here, so cute. Now, they also make a Mod Podge that is dishwasher safe. The dishwasher safe is going to look like this, and it's going to have this label. So that way you know that, you know, you can essentially put it in the dishwasher. Now, the thing with the dishwasher Mod Podge is very different than your standard Mod Podge. Your standard Mod Podge, it actually takes about 15 to 20 minutes to dry in between coats, okay? This one, the dishwasher safe, actually takes about an hour to 2 hours, depending on how thick you actually put on your coat of glue. Not only that, is the dishwasher safe Mod Podge takes up to 28 days. Per the instruction, it takes 28 days for it to fully cure. So that way it is able to go into the dishwasher. Now, if you are doing these as a gift, please give yourself enough time to have these ready and cured, so that way when you do give it to somebody and they ask you, hey, is this dishwasher safe? Why, yes it is. You don't want to say, it is dishwasher safe on December 30th. So kind of give yourself a little bit of time. I know that's not always the case sometimes, but if you can, just kind of, you know, prepare to do that. So you will also need a brush, a paintbrush. Just a regular old sponge brush. Yes, this does have stuff on it. It's from my previous project. So those are the items that you have to create this. Now, everything else is just extra that I found makes it easier for myself. So with that being said, I just found a regular candle. It's pretty much all been used, but it does have a flat top, okay? Just kind of like an even surface. Not that tall, not that short, but it just kind of, what I like to do is I like to put it right here, kind of in front of me, and get your regular blue painter's tape. Any size is fine. You just double it over, kind of make like a little circle, double it over, stick it right here. Then that way all you have to do is just put your plate right here, and it's just kind of secure. So then that way you can paint on it, this, that, and the other. It easily lifts right off, so you know you're good to go there. Also, another little tidbit is, if you're using the dishwasher safe Mod Podge, I highly recommend this, because you do have to wait an hour to 2 hours in between coatings for the Mod Podge for it to dry. Plastic wrap, cling wrap, plastic wrap, whatever you want to call it. Just go ahead and that's what that was that I was taking off my brush earlier. Just get you a piece out. Doesn't have to be that big, just something to cover up your foam brush. So then that way you can wrap it up, and that way it does not stick to your paper, it doesn't stick to your workstation, and it keeps the brush actually moist. It doesn't get any dust or lint or pet fur or what may have you in your actual brush. So that way it just kind of keeps it clean, and you don't have to keep throwing it away, you don't have to keep washing it. Just wrap it up, you know, once you're done, letting it dry, everything like that. Once you come back to do your second coat, unwrap it, do your second coat, wrap it back up. Because with the dishwasher safe, it does state to do it at least 2 to 3 times the coats. So that's kind of why I would highly recommend if you are using this. Now, if you are just using your regular Mod Podge, it takes all of 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how thick you actually make the coats. It may take it a little bit longer. but 15 to 20 minutes, your brush isn't going to dry out that quick. You're more than welcome to cover it up just so that way you don't get your pet hair, your lint, or anything like that stuck, you know, falling onto the brush or anything. So there's no downside with that either. So either way is fine. But with this, I highly, highly recommend it. It's just less work you have to do. It's less things you have to clean, and you know, no one has time to be cleaning everything all the time. So let's go ahead and get started. Now that we've gone over all the products that you actually need to make this, let's go ahead and start making this awesome project. So like I said, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take your cotton swab and your rubbing alcohol and clean off the plate. Now what this is gonna do is it's gonna remove any kind of dirt, debris, oil, lotion, you know, oil on your hand, something may have been on your countertop or in the bag or what may have you. And so we're just gonna go ahead and kind of wipe this all down. And then kind of let it dry for a minute too. Just kind of look and see. It's hard to pick up on the actual camera, so I don't know if it's going to be if you'll be able to see it. But when you're wiping, you'll notice that, like with cotton pads, how you have those little tiny fibers that will stick onto it. So that is normal. It is what it is. You know, just kind of look for it and, you know, kind of wipe it off. Try to get it as much of it off as possible. Now, with the dishwasher safe, it does state that you need to roll it on the countertop to mix it thoroughly. So just kind of roll it back and forth. If you're needing a good arm massage, you know, you can always do it that way on your forearm. Shoot, you could even do it with your foot if you wanted to, put it on the floor, but that's up to you. But I like to just kind of roll it multiple kind of directions, just kind of let it go the way it wants to go. Just make sure you get it good and mixed.